Let me guess. You co-wash religiously. You've spent a small fortune on so-called holy grail products, and you wouldn't dare let a terry cloth towel touch your hair. So why are your curls still a frizzy, undefined, dried-out mess? If you feel like you're doing everything right but somehow getting it all wrong, trust me, you are not alone. It's that frustrating cycle of hope and disappointment every curly person knows. You see someone online with your exact curl pattern, you buy every single product they recommend, and your hair is weighed down, greasy, or even more brittle than when you started. Here's the thing. The problem isn't your curls, it's the mountain of bad advice you've been given. So today, we're exposing the 7 biggest lies you've been told about curly hair, and revealing the truths that will finally transform your hair care routine for good. Lie number 1. You must co-wash exclusively. The first, and maybe the biggest lie, is that if you have curly hair, you have to ditch shampoo and only co-wash. Now, washing your hair with only conditioner blew up as a way to gently cleanse curls without stripping natural oils. And for some people, especially if your hair is super dry or damaged, it can be a decent option for a midweek refresh. But here's the plot twist. For most of us, only co-washing is a one-way ticket to disaster. Conditioners simply aren't designed to properly clean your scalp. Over time, this leads to insane product buildup, not to mention a lovely collection of dirt, sweat, and oil. This gunk smothers your hair, blocking moisture from getting in, and it can clog your hair follicles, leading to an irritated scalp or even slower hair growth. If your roots feel greasy, your curls are limp, or your go-to products suddenly stop working, you're probably drowning in buildup. The answer isn't to fear shampoo. It's to use the right one. A healthy scalp is the foundation for healthy hair, and that requires actual cleansing. Bring a gentle sulfate-free shampoo into your routine to give your hair and scalp a regular, refreshing clean. Then, about once a month or whenever your hair feels like it needs a major reset, use a clarifying shampoo. Think of it as a detox for your hair. It strips away all that stubborn buildup from products. And hard water, letting your curls finally breathe and soak up all the good stuff again. Lie number 2. Oils moisturize your hair. This lie is particularly sneaky because it feels true. You put some oil on your dry, crunchy curls, and boom, they instantly feel softer and look shinier. So, the oil must be adding moisture, right? Wrong. This is probably one of the biggest and most expensive mistakes in all of hair care. Let's break down the science. And don't worry, it's simple. Moisture is water. Oil and water, as we all learned in elementary school, do not mix. Oils are hydrophobic, meaning they literally repel water. So by definition, an oil can't add hydration to your hair. That soft feeling you get is just the oil smoothing the surface of your hair temporarily. Here's why this is so bad. When you put oil on dry hair, you're actually making the problem worse. You're creating a seal that locks moisture out. When your hair is desperate for a drink of water, slathering it in oil is like putting a raincoat on someone dying of thirst. Your hair stays dehydrated underneath that greasy layer, which over time leads to even more dryness and breakage because real moisture can't get in. So, what's the fix? Use oils for what they're actually brilliant at, sealing and locking in the moisture you already have. The right way to use oil is as the final step in your routine. After you've dehydrated your hair with water and water-based products like your leave-in conditioner and curl cream, the water provides the moisture, and the oil acts like a lid on a pot, sealing it all in and preventing it from escaping. Now, some oils, like coconut or olive, can penetrate the hair shaft a little bit, but their main and most effective job is to be that final seal. Lie number 3. You should never brush curly hair. We've all heard this one. Step away from the brush is practically the first commandment of curly hair forums. The traumatic memory of brushing out a perfectly good set of curls into a giant, frizzy triangle is burned into our minds. This advice is totally wrong. Brushing dry curly hair is a guaranteed way to destroy your curl pattern and invite frizz and breakage to the party. But the real lie is in the word never. This all-or-nothing rule has made people terrified of brushes and convinced them that painful tangles are just part of the deal. This can lead to marathon detangling sessions in the shower or, even worse, not detangling enough. That results in matting, single-strand knots, and a ton of breakage. You end up just ripping through your hair with your fingers, which can cause way more damage than a brush ever would. The key isn't to never brush, it's to brush smart. It's all about the how and the when. The perfect time to detangle is when your hair is soaking wet and dripping with a product that has lots of slip, like a conditioner. This is when a brush becomes your secret weapon. Using a wide-tooth comb or a brush made for wet detangling like a Denman or Felicia Leatherwood brush can be way more gentle and effective than your fingers. Always start from the ends and work your way up to the roots. This prevents you from yanking on one giant knot at the bottom. This method gets the tangles out painlessly and helps evenly coat every single strand with conditioner. So, let's ditch the idea that brushes are the enemy and embrace wet brushing. Line number 4. The more product, the better the definition. You're watching a tutorial. The creator scoops out a giant glob of curl cream, follows it with a massive handful of gel, and gets perfectly defined curls. You copy them, hoping for the same results, but instead, your hair ends up a sticky, greasy, weighed down mess. Welcome to the lie of more is more. It's so easy to fall for this, thinking that the secret to amazing curls is just to drown them in product. We're told we need all this product to fight frizz and get a good hold, so we just keep piling it on. But honestly, using too much product is the fastest way to ruin a wash day. Your hair, especially if it's fine or wavy, can't handle that much weight. The product just sits on the surface, making your curls look stringy and preventing them from springing up. The real secret: start with less, way less. Try a dime-sized amount of product for each section, and only add more if your hair is still asking for it. The goal is to find the sweet spot, the absolute minimum amount of product you need for the look you want. Here's a pro tip: apply your products to wet hair. The water helps distribute everything evenly, so you can get away with using less. Technique will always beat quantity. When you have quality products and apply them the right way, you won't need to use half the bottle to get incredible definition. We're a little over halfway through, and if you've been nodding along, let me know in the comments which one of these lies you totally used to believe. It's always so validating to see you're not the only one. Lie number 5. Your hair type is all that matters, so what's your curl type? It's the first question we always ask, right? To C, 3B, 4A. The curl typing system was a helpful starting point for identifying our patterns, but the lie is believing it's the only thing that matters. The problem with focusing only on your curl pattern is that it can send you on a wild goose chase. You might buy a whole line of products recommended for your 3B curls, only to have them completely fail. Why? Because two people with the exact same 3B curls can have hair that behaves in opposite ways. One might have fine, high porosity hair, while the other has coarse, low porosity hair. Their needs are totally different. The person with fine hair will be weighed down by the rich butters made for their type, while the person with low porosity hair will find those same products just sit on top of their strands. Here's the real game changer. Focus on your hair's porosity and density. Porosity is all about how well your hair absorbs and holds on to moisture. Low porosity hair has a tight cuticle that resists moisture, while high porosity hair soaks it up like a sponge but can lose it just as fast. Density is just about how much hair you have on your head. Is each strand fine or coarse? Understanding these two things is the key to building your perfect routine. Low porosity hair loves lightweight products, while high porosity hair needs richer products to seal in moisture. Once you get a handle on your hair's porosity and density, you can finally pick products that work for your hair, not just your curl pattern. Lie number 6. Frizz is always a bad thing. Frizz, it's public enemy number 1 in the curly world. We spend so much time and money trying to obliterate it, all in the pursuit of perfectly smooth, defined frizz-free ringlets. The beauty industry has successfully sold us the lie that any frizz is a sign of unhealthy hair or a routine gone wrong. And yeah, an explosion of frizz can definitely be a sign that your hair is thirsty for moisture or needs a good clarifying wash. But this constant war against any frizz is exhausting and totally unrealistic. Chasing that super sleek ideal often leads to using heavy products that kill your volume or crunchy gels that make your hair feel like a helmet. You get so obsessed with fighting frizz that you sacrifice all the good stuff, the volume, the movement, and the natural character of your hair. It's time to reframe your relationship with frizz. The truth is, a little frizz is normal. In fact, it's what gives your hair its personality and, more importantly, its volume. Think of it as your curl cloud or a frizz halo. So many people with amazing curls have learned to embrace and even create a little bit of frizz because that's what gives them that soft, full, gorgeous look. Once your hair is 100% dry, you can gently scrunch out the crunch from your gel and fluff your roots for a lift. Will that create a little frizz? Yep, and that's okay. Real hair freedom is when you stop fighting your hair's natural texture and start working with it. Aim for healthy, hydrated hair, and learn to love the beautiful, perfectly imperfect volume that comes along for the ride. Lie number 7. There is a holy grail product out there. Ah, the holy grail. This is the lie that keeps our bathrooms cluttered and our bank accounts empty. We see a glowing review for some new miracle curl cream and we think, this is it. This is the one. We are on a never-ending quest for that single magic potion that will solve all our hair problems forever. The problem is, this quest is a bottomless pit of disappointment. You buy the product, and maybe it works great for a few weeks, but then the weather changes, or your hair's needs shift, and suddenly it stops working, or it never works at all. Despite thousands of 5-star reviews, you're left feeling like you failed, and the expensive search continues. The Holy Grail product is a myth because our hair isn't a static thing. It's affected by the humidity, our hormones, our diet, everything. So, stop looking for a Holy Grail product and start building a Holy Grail routine. There's no one-size-fits-all miracle in a bottle. The goal isn't to find one perfect product, but to build a small, curated toolkit of products that work for your hair in different situations. You'll probably need a stronger gel for humid summer days and a richer cream for the dry winter. You'll want a clarifying shampoo for when there's buildup and a gentle co-wash for a quick refresh. The real Holy Grail is learning to listen to what your hair needs on any given day and knowing exactly which tool in your kit to reach for. It's about building a relationship with your hair, not finding a magic potion. So, it's time to throw out those old, rigid rules and end the search for a magic bullet. Your curly hair journey is yours alone. It's all about understanding the science of your specific hair, its porosity, its density, and what it's thirsty for, and building a flexible routine that works for you. It's about balance, not extremes. It's about cleansing and moisturizing, and yes, even loving a little bit of frizz. If this video helped you bust a few myths, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more truths about loving your natural texture. And share this with a curly friend who's feeling frustrated. Remember, your curls are not a problem to be solved. They're a crown to be celebrated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.